Well, I hope you're doing all right today. It's Ben with the DIY Homefront, and today I'm going to do an unboxing and product review of a new tool I just got. It's a wall-mounted bicycle repair stand. So, let's get into this. I'll leave the product information where I purchased this in the video description below. Well, I'm really looking forward to this. I've got some things I need to do on 2 different bicycles, and hopefully this will make the job a lot easier. Well, that should hold the bike, shouldn't it? I don't know if it shows up on camera, but this has a cross-hatching effect on it, which should help it grip a hold of this mounting bracket a little bit better. We won't be using any of the screws in here. Awesome, it gives me 2 plates. I was hoping it would do something like that. It's got a pretty good little manual. I'll have to look at that a little bit later. The kit is really straightforward. You mount this to the wall, and this just slides into it whenever you need it. It came with some screws, but I will use some 1 5/8 inch construction screws. So the blue tape represents where the seat's at now. And if I raise the bike up, I should be able to figure out where I want to mount the plate for the bike stand. And I think it's probably going to be about where the blue tape is. I'm going to go ahead and attach the repair arm to the bicycle frame. And it's held in place with this simple clamp. And there's an adjustment on the other end of the repair arm that will position the bike how it is once it's in the stand. And I want it to be like it is right now, level to the ground. So I'm going to use my DeWalt impact driver to attach the plate with the construction screws. And I'll start by putting one in the center of the plate and making sure that it's level before I attach the other screws. I'm going to go ahead and get my drill and use a small drill bit. That way I can put some pilot holes in the very center of those openings to make sure that my construction screws go where I want. Now I can use my impact driver to go ahead and drive home these screws. I'll sort of work my way from side to side, making sure I don't over tighten anything until I get it in position. And then I can move to the bottom and drill some pilot holes, and we can get all 5 of these screws in place. I'm not sure if it's necessary to make pilot holes. It's just something I've gotten in the habit of doing. But once they're there, it sure is a lot easier to put the screws in. I decided to remove the repair stand arm that I had clamped to the bicycle frame. I thought that would make it easier to test fit it into the bracket that I mounted to the post. And it fits onto that bracket just fine, which is really cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't want to come off because it keeps hitting the head of one of the screws. So I think what I'll do is I'll take that screw out and find a different one that's going to be more flush with that plate, and that should solve the problem. Well, there it is. It works just fine. Comes on and off as easy as can be. And I really like that. That means I can put this away when it's not in use, and I don't have to worry about snagging it or backing my truck up or using the carport for something else. I probably should have read the directions a little closer. After I got the bicycle into the repair arm, I realized I had the handle for the clamp in the wrong direction. It needed to be pushed backwards instead of forwards. But after fiddling with it for a minute, I got it straightened out. The last part of this stand is a piece that attaches to the handlebars to keep the front wheel in place, so that way if you needed to do some work on it, it would stay stationary. And it consists of a metal sliding arm with 2 attachment points. So one end attaches to the end of the handlebars and the other end attaches to some part on the bike or stand that'll keep it stationary. Alright, well here's part of that review. This piece works really well once you have it installed, but it is a pain to get on. It would probably be best to do this with the bike before you put it up on the stand, Or better yet, instead of using a piece of rubber that you have to stretch to secure it, they should have gone with something like Velcro. That would have made it a whole lot easier and better. As a repair stand, this is going to be great. I can already tell that. I wasn't expecting to get 2 of the mounting plates. That means I could put this in the garage or someplace else and actually use the stand as a storage device for the bike, which is pretty cool. Well, that's it for now. Like, subscribe, check out my playlist, and I'll see you in another bike video.